Oh. Shot mate. Bentar ya. The stream should be good. Should be. Mama. Chill, dude. Okay. We should be good, I think. Halo Citra, mic-nya mati Pak. Iya benar ya. Nggak mati kok, benar. Saya ini lagi setting tadi ceritanya tuh ceritanya tuh mati lagi listrik saya. Bentar ya Citra. Oke. Ya, tanpa berpanjang-panjang lagi, kembali lagi bersama saya Jaka Ceria. Pada kesempatan malam hari ini kita akan bermain Doki Doki Literature Club yang saya nggak yakin kalau ini game horor gitu ya. Oh sorry, there we go. Gamenya kenapa? Bentar ya. Oh no. Oke. Anyways, ya tanpa berpanjang-panjang lagi kita langsung aja ke gamenya ya. Jadi mungkin sedikit cerita kenapa saya baru mulai stream sekarang gitu kan. Padahal udah mulai harusnya itu jam 8 tadi. Jadi ceritanya itu jam 8 tadi, literally jam 8 kurang 5 menit, 10 menit lah gitu. Saya baru dikasih tahu kalau listriknya mau dimatikan. Ada problem sama box listriknya atau something gitu. Kalau saya kurang paham gitu kan. Listriknya mau dimatikan. Terus waktu saya cek HP, waduh literally 1% gitu kan. Nah, saya ngetik tweet buat bilang mau diundur itu, HP saya mati. Ya, kebetulan listriknya udah mati. Ya udah. Terus dari awal jam 8.30 itu baru nyala, saya baru bisa nge-tweet, baru bisa buka HP. Terus 8.30 sampai jam 9 itu saya langsung siapkan ini semua ya, siapkan stream. Terus ya literally kita baru mulai tadi lagi starting mati lagi, dimatikan lagi, astaga. Terus akhirnya saya ngecek gitu kan, masih mau dimatiin lagi nggak gitu listriknya. Enggak, udah aman gitu. Ya udah kalau gitu, makanya that's why kita baru mulai. Terima kasih kawan-kawan sudah terima kasih sudah bersabar bersama saya. Dari thumbnail gak ada seremnya, I know right? I don't, mana sih ini game horor kagak ada. Mama. Yuk tanpa berpanjang-panjang lagi kita langsung masuk gamenya ya. Nanti kita sekalian setting audio DKK-nya di dalam. Bentar ya, audionya saya kecilkan dulu. Setting. Volume. Segini mungkin kurang keras kah? Enggak kan ya? Ini game isinya waifu ada 4 gini, mana ada game horor. Mama. Let's go, Jaka Ceria. Ini literally saya pertama kali main ya. Namanya Jaka aja. Hadir, semoga tidak PHP bawa listriknya. Amin. Let's go. Kalau saya di situ nutupin teksnya enggak, I don't think so. Aman. Atau miring. Apakah ini edisi Om Jaga mengharem? Tentu saja. 5 tuh bang waifunya sama yang di pojok kanan bawah. Iya. Mama, let's bisa aja Amel, astaga. Boleh. Oke, enggak nutupin teksnya kan enggak? I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious. to any attention she might draw to herself. That really Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Osana Najimi, let's go. You know the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works. But works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I am not going to try to voice act. Saya nggak akan mencoba voice acting suaranya ya, mohon maaf kawan-kawan. Nanti beneran gamenya beneran nggak jadi game horror, jadi game komedi anjir. I press lap again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Unyu banget warna pink ya. Yoi. Try bang, jangan. That's mean, Jaka. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think they were a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. Kenapa I don't try? Suara saya terlalu. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Jack, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. Pak Jaka voice act aku membayangkan malah ketawa geli. I know right. Jadi komedi nanti jangan deh. Nggak kerasa waifunya maupun horornya nggak kerasa dua-duanya. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you'll join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just letting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Damn. Imagine punya teman seperti dia. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay, yatta! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Oke, bayangkan saja Sayori suaranya gagah seperti I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. No, not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new meme. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. What do you mean? I can tell if Sayuri is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Ada bang after. Mana ada, belum ada serem-seremnya nih bang. Kagak ada serem-seremnya nih. Mainan sama waifu. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayuri across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayuri, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Pak Jaka malah bikin dari he jadi haha. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meet you. By the way, purely by design, I love this one so much. This one, I love her so much. My favorite lah ya. Sayuri always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Jaka, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escapes me in this situation. This club is fully Memang ya. Boys will be boys. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry? Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a fussier. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayuri. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayuri says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girl. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. See, Yuri, my girl. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayuri and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like I already know Monica, is that right? Sayunika. That's right. It's great to see you again, Jaka. Monica smiles sweetly. Saya main game malah dikasih diabetes. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... you too, Monica. Come sit down, Jaka. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Waduh, ngeteh nih. Baru join langsung ngeteh kita, Bang. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As I mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayuri. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayuri. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Belum ada horornya, itu dia. Tada! Cute, she's smiling. Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Little cats! The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Oh my goodness. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry up and take one. Sayuri grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayuri talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take it. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. Yum. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like it. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did, Sayuri said. Well, maybe. But it's very you. Baka. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a cup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Oh, after all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy it. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayuri. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayuri seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home. Okay. As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Ha ha ha. Well, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling the dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also not in agreement? Then I am surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes cool events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate, right everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member join. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Jaka, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Nasagi's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's head smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Damn. Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Horror, huh? I read a horror book once. I desperately crashed something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri, or someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that, but if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, what's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about your things, don't you, Natsuki? What? Halo Pak Jaka, welcome Haidar, how are you doing tonight? Selamat malam, semoga malamnya menyenangkan ya. What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. By the way, kita ini ya baru maafkan kalau kita baru mulai ini tadi, banyaklah yang bikin ke-delay gitu ya, streamnya. Terutama karena listrik rumah saya lagi dibenerin. It looks like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say That Out and Give That Back." Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as good as you are. Sayuri sidles up behind Natsuki and put her hands on her shoulder. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Oh well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them some? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I'm not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Jaka? Dari tadi ngobrol gak selesai-selesai. Namanya juga visual novel, Citra. Ngobrol doang ini mah. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayuri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I'm... Bocahnya gak bisa ngomong. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Jaka, no. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with this beautiful. God damn it, this dude. Okay, I've decided, and I'll join the literature. On the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayuri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. Oke, baru 30 menit ngobrol gak ngaruh. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I will be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remembers tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Jaka, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hehehe. Yeah, can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Jaka, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Ceria and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Yatta! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of the girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Jaka Mamalele. Aduh, duduh. Ini yang baru ngedebutin model nggak bilang-bilang ya, parah banget. Mak siapa, parah banget. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. As I said before, ketawa lagi orang. Hehe katanya. Okay. As I said before, karena saya paling suka modelnya Yuri ya, karakter dan modelnya Yuri, I will question bad fun fine D Rare Valentine. Your happiness shine blue. Fun bed. Why? Flying. Ambient vitality, breathe analysis, portrait spinning, sunset color, anxiety aura. Weather effulgent, hopeless whisper, dance blanket, awesome love, cry hard. What do you like? Whisper. Passion, infallible, judgment, amazing, fireworks, cute, lollipop, massacre, whirlwind, incongruent, crimson, scars, melancholy, tears, raindrops, lazy, after image, puppy, clumsy, music. Hey, Yuri. Anime, heaven sent, headphone, email, dazzle, clouds, chicks, skipping, extreme marriage, disown, laugh, adventure. Flee, ocean, vertigo, pain, nature, special, lucky, unstable, tragedy, misfortune. Why do you like misfortune? Okay. Marshmallow, graveyard, precious, eternity, party, eternity. Forgive, jumpy, floppy, visible, unrecorded, contamination, unrecorded. Okay. Disoriented, this all sucks, sensation, unending. Charm, lost imagination, peaceful. Vivacious. What is vivacious? Okay. Pout, beauty, empress, unrestrained, holiday, friends, desire, parfait, secretive. Comfort, essence, sugar, vivid, vibrant, giggle, landscape. Doki doki. Agonizing. Papa. Oh, papa. Nibble, shame, despise. Inverno, peace, play, fickle, pleasure. I wonder. Ooh. What? Okay. Incapable, fierce, strawberry, silly, flattening, sing, alone. Mama. Pak Jaka, aku pamit ya, besok mesti kuliah pagi. Bye-bye Pak Jaka, semangat semuanya. Thank you Citra, selamat istirahat, semangat kuliahnya besok, semoga lancar. Bye-bye. Hi again, Jaka. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Jaka. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment to you. For you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayuri told me you didn't even want to join any club this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big one for someone who keeps her manga collection in the... Panzer seems stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Tapi aku bakal nonton stream ini besok, penasaran sama gamenya. Oke, Citra. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Jaka always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting, and you almost set your house on fire. Is that... You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Jaka can become good friends too? Sayuri, as usual, Sayuri seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me in. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Gak boleh. Kok gak boleh? Wait, Sayuri. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayuri made it sound like a big deal and it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't. Guess that means it's up to SK this year. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Damn, this guy can talk, dude. This guy can talk. Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Damn it! Waifu gue nih bang! How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of a book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, right. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her. Sorry, it's just pacing out. I remember this, sensing I'm with her. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it, not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the book, sorry. That's not what I. I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here and that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided that I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over. The book is at a portrait of Marco. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationship, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You really made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Haha. You really gently giggles off. Sorry. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Jaka? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those. She's so sad and reclusive from the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Oops. She was being interesting. What do you mean? Huh? Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fills my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about it. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. See, this dude is actually good. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the calculator to put that I had put into my bag. All right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I sleep in the seat next to yours. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. That's something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. I like reading um, with company, you know? Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Damn, this dude! Oh my... Keren mas. This dude gercep kali lah. Sat. Pelan-pelan Mbak Supir. Ada. Memang ya. Memang ya MC anime. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Lemau. I do the same with my right arm on the right side. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. Sheesh! It's just like kind of distracting me. Klik kanan. Screenshot. Screenshot. Save. It's as if I can feel the warmth of the Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Let's turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a sec. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit long. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just finish the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Damn, you can read like this. Gak bisa kalau saya lah, kalau udah berdua gini. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. Mannerisms, I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Jaka, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in the bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. That alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to it. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the causing it to close on top of me. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading then. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more today. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off. I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, my relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? And wait. Sarah and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Cyrus is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition note. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem first? Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes line exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri's first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Look at her! Look at her, so cute! Ooh, he's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's, I guess. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery, and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time reading, huh? Then Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. You just meant them. Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style that's separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weak. Once she refines her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and putting them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased though. Biased? How? Um, well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to me. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. Let me bentar ulang. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I don't understand. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it is really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually read longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Jaka. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive, eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, you could probably learn a thing or two from it. You think so? Yeah, of course. I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I am going to keep doing my best for you, Jaka. Me too. She's going to do her best for me. Ha 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 ha. Waifu gue nih bang. Who should I show my poem to next? This is a good poem, Jaka. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it's impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do... Sorry. I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Jaka, deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you on to that then. Yay, now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not. I want breakfast. I want Breakfast. Sorry, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about this. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice or harsh. Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last. I made accent, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Tapi aku atut, mana ada, ini masih ngobrol sama waifu gue. Bukan yang ini sih, yang tadi. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing. Hehehe. By the way, folks, welcome to the stream. Bagaimana kabarnya malam ini? Semoga malamnya menyenangkan ya. Maaf kita streamnya lebih malam dari biasanya. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah, but next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward. Who should I show my poem next? Monica last. Jaka, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, do you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still part of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Aku tadi ketiduran pas maraton anime. Andaikan saya punya waktu buat maraton anime. By the way, ngomong-ngomong anime, saya tadi ini kan sampai rumah nyoba nonton Trigun Stampede yang episode pertama. Animasinya bagus banget. Bagus banget. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine. You'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can breathe, owls can see, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest, I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Pak, ini ibadah demi ini, halo bang. Ini game horor mana ada? Kagak ada horornya nih, masih nonton sama waifunya orang. Masih ngobrol sama waifu nih. Because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last time. Anime baru pub atau lama? Trigun Stampede itu udah gak lama sih, I don't know. Mungkin tahun lalu atau 2 tahun yang lalu, I think. Ada di Netflix, makanya saya coba nonton tadi. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Hi Jaka, having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like news, I'm always listening. Sorry, don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Sorry. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring these things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Damn, nyamuknya. Astaga. Bentar guys. Don't worry, Jaka. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Jaka. I was going oh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's that way. It always counts when I put in some effort. Aha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. And if I really ask though, I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things I love. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Aha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it. Hole in wall. Horornya kapan, Pap? I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction of the speckle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Very, very deep. Very, very deep. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that's kind of a style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is a lot of poems have been. Putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strong. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way. Oh, Papi nonton yang baru ya, yang 2023. Kalau yang lama itu Trigun 98 yang baru Stampede. Iya, saya nonton. Oh, itu udah itu tahun ini. Oh. Dragon Stampede itu tahun ini. Saya kira udah tahun kemarin dong. Damn. Soalnya kan yang viral, yang dia episode pertamanya viral itu yang dia nembak pakai apa, animasinya dia nembak roket itu loh. Ya, saya lihat itu. Saya kira itu udah agak lama kan viralnya. Saya pikir udah dari tahun kemarin itu Trigun. Ternyata tahun ini. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? You just completely missed the symbolism or something. It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. It just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come up. Oh, no, really? Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it, and Jaka did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writings. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. So unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Jaka liked my poem too. He even told me he was impressed by it. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just. Maybe you're just jealous that Jaka appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Awal tahun nih stay with. Oh, yeah. Pantesan. Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who's boobs. What the hell? Natsuki! I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly both starts by. If they just, I was standing. Jaka, she's just saying, that's not true. She started it. If she get off herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this would have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her. Wait, there's a reason you have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Jaka? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course it's going to be honestly I agree with Yuri. Nggak cuman karena waifu ya, but honestly I agree with you. You like that? I like that. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my point. I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's not secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki feels threatened when you say her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. Oh. But Natsuki, you take it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you feel, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Ini story choice kah? Yes, harusnya. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that. I think that's it. Both said some things that you did. Yuri apologized, don't you think you should? This trap and at this point being defined only because you can't handle it. I end up even feeling that. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to clear my head. Sorry, she doesn't need. You know what? I'm going to do that. Let's burn before I'm going to look at all your faces right now. Ski snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it into the Ski. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at me. I gingerly approach her and sit in a desk. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Jaka, you're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club. This dude is just way too smooth with his words, man. Ain't no way he's not a writer. Or it's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I will never do anything What thing did Natsuki? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some. Yeah, good idea. Make enough for me for more than one person. Okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, most. Jaka, how about? Yeah, I'd say this. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little about the kinds of poem everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I know to myself with newfound determination. Jaka, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hehe, Sayuri beams at me. It really has been a while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayuri, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Jaka, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest, and I think everyone really likes you. Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayuri still hasn't got onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but just really need to stop there. Bocahnya cuman pengen cari pacar, malas. We'll just have to see what the future holds. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Okay. Memories, flee, lipstick, email, excitement, fears for understanding, cheer, cloud, sing. Desire, fear, despise, misery, melody, sugar, papa, romance, depression, treasure, lazy, hopeless jump. What depression? Vibrant, kawaii, covered, warm, socks, covered. Sensation, music, cute, inviolable, disarray, sunny, fireworks, explode, action, lollipop. Tenacious, beauty, kitty, whirlwind, bouncy, I don't know. Oh. Silly, entropy, nibble, wrath, extreme, ambient, inside, blanket, pleasure, dan, sex, pleasure, precious, chocolate, passer, broken, eternity, amazing, wonderful, vivacious, melancholy, nightgown, childhood. What the? Reef. What? Journey, embrace, alone, shopping, feather, ribbon, lucky, peace, tears, meager, Yes, what? Try death, determination, heaven said. Contamination, anime, after image. Unending, chaos, portrait, unending. Graveyard. Infinite. Destiny. Disaster. Imagination. Misfortune. What? Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the card room, the usual scene greet me. Hi Jaka. Yo, sorry. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Hehe. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks, eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayuri? Eh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayuri never retrieved the coin. She fumbles with the latch and gets it. Then she turns it out and lets it contain spill on the desk. Only 2 small coins. I know it. I can see that through you, Sayuri. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves for the one option. Wow, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Here's I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her books as always. I wasn't listening. It was just something in my. Yuri, tell Jaka to let me pour someone. Don't get me involved like that, Sayuri. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. Bener, betul tuh. No pinjol club. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little son like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that at all. I got too absorbed into my book. Oh. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the revolution. Betul. Retribution. Still coming from you, Sayuri. I guess there's a little devil inside of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayuri knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayuri. Pop. Yeah. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayuri in the face and tumbles onto the deck. Ow. What was? A cookie. It's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayuri plans to swallow. Is this work? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayuri hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. The rapid tears upon the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Mau. Aku juga mau cookies. Cookies. Sayuri suddenly claps her hand over her. I bit my tongue. Aita. You're going through a lot of urges. One cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Apakah waifu papi yang pink? Nope. Tebak dari 3 ini waifu saya yang mana? Bukan yang pink. Berarti dari yang 2, yang tengah atau yang kanan. I'll give you 2 seconds. 1002 to 1001, 1002. 2 seconds. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Ceria gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. He's still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Ceria off. Ceria suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Oh, mouthful, Ceria turns away to safety. Yuri and I laugh. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Kanan, betul. Betul, bini gue tuh. Bini gue. 100 buat Volks. Monica, can you Natsuki glanced around. Monica isn't in the classroom. Oh, where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Nah, dude. Big OP-nya pasti juga included. Big OP apaan? Paling anu soalnya di antara mereka bertiga. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose to clap over her boyfriend. After all, they're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glanced at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I mustn't have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I was unaware you played music as well, Monica. Bapak sukanya yang kecil. Mana ada? Mana ada? Ada Riaku. Halo Riaku. Selamat malam. Itu dibilang yang paling kanan. Paling kanan Yuri. Yang sukanya ini ya, yang sukanya apa tuh? Deep talk. Waduh, deep talk dong. I kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yata! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, Bapak suka Yuri. Kenapa emang? Yang paling kiri juga lumayan. Terlalu vanilla. In that case, I won't let you down, Jaka. Monica smiles sweetly. Masa gunting X gunting, Pak? Bukan Yuri yang itu. Bang, bukan Yuri yang itu. Tolonglah. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry, I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to live outside Yuri's mischievous escapade. Jadi Bapak tahu Yuri? Oh my god, mana? Tentu saja Bang, what do you mean? Saya mungkin tua, tapi Yuri lebih tua. Maksudnya saya mungkin tua, jadi pastinya saya tahu lah. What do you mean? Mama. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayuri somehow already finished her entire cookie. Aku main ini susah tidur 4 hari, astaga. Mainnya, by the way, tamatnya berapa lama, Ryoku? 3 jam kah? 4 jam? Kalau lebih dari 3 jam mungkin kita 2 part sih, soalnya udah malam juga kan, habis ini jam 11. Sayuri somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey, Yuri. Aduh, ketemu bini. Aduh. Bentar. Ah, I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of 3 jam nggak nyampe sih, cuman lumayan lama. Oh iya kah? Kayaknya terpaksa kita 2 part deh, nggak bisa tamat malam ini. Saya jam 11 sudah harus siap-siap tidur. Mama, thank you by the way, Ryoko. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. The kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the... Oke, duluan ya Pak, lelah palo. Yoi, thank you, udah mampir Yoku. Selamat istirahat. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Just here was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monique. We're just filling the water. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of one person, isn't it? That's Monica, please mind your business. Or do you want me to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Jaka in cup activity? Yeah, es tehku habis. Oh no. My mouth gets. I suppose there's something wrong with that. Then let's go. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she puts her forehead against the... I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri! Something about the way she said that it made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Jaka, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Bener. Nobody's perfect. Bener. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. Betul. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No, wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say. Yuri lifts a hand. Jaka, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Jaka, do you like oolong tea? Yeah, anything is fine. Very well. Yuri set the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. 200! I mean, it's Fahrenheit, okay. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking and decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do, and it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Jaka. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Jaka, I have another request. Do you mind if you sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back hand, so rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Back pain, huh? I wonder why. I wonder which. What? Somebody clip that. Holy shit. My posture. Yes. After holy shit. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from my Irish candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the book. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our side, as if in sync. As if in sync, the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri starts closer until our shoulders are touching. Why am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrap. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrap. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, the art. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if it's cool. She's so cute! But that means I can't stop apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips. Okay. Yes, expresses. Did I just sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you're just helping. That's something that friends do. Friends kah? Right. I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. This is. Yuri tries to read, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I needlessly take another chocolate in my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm. Here's why. Yuri's part. It's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it. I feel how proud of my. Jadi ini game horor harus selalu ada yang ininya dulu apa tuh yang menarik neuron activation dulu. Okay, everyone. Yuri tells it's time to share poems. Jaka, you can help Yuri put with the stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take over. Yeah. Yuri picks out the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without as much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring. Saya takut di DDLC, mana ada barusan suap-suapan coklat sama waifu. What do you mean? Sorry. Oke. Sorry, saya pikir ada apa? Ada notif yang harus saya lihat. Anyways, who should I show my poem to first? Still, mana ada? Hi again, Jaka. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to show? Kira ini game simulasi kencan. Ternyata horror. Emang horror. Emang simulasi kencan. What do you mean? Ini kan game mencari waifu ya, pilihannya ada 4 gitu kan. Ada Monica, ada siapa tuh? Sayuri, ada Yuri. Kok Sayuri? Gitu. Sama Sinatsuki. I want to share what you wrote for today. Sure, here you go. I give my poem. Alright, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with yourself. Tidak traumat kencan hanyalah kedok. Tidak traumatik, astaga. Horor kayak aku. Wifi-nya bikin traumatik semua, astaga. But the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. By the way, agak gimana ya? Tapi kan ini ya, apa tuh? Karena saya udah tahu kalau game ini bakal ada somethingnya, jadi kayak surprise-nya itu kurang. Saya udah mikir bakal ada surprise-nya gitu loh, jadi kurang menantang. Ini simulasi cewek men. hey bro, chill bang, astaga. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't give so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. Hey, you completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Oh, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. It's just a hunch, but well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oke Pak, ini hanyalah VR biasa. Let's go. Wow. Wow. Menera dikit kagak ngaruh. Astaga. Well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's go. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a final on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meanings. It's even more abstract than your last one. I guess it's just the way I read. I'm sorry if you don't. Can we read? No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. Saya nggak baca yang terakhir. No, I skipped it. No. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's so hard for me to tell what it's about. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, Here's my Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change or when something unexpected may happen. Oke, udah mulai kah? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, I'm going to save my game. Okay. Sayori. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know? Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, waifu kamu yang mana pak? Yang tebak yang mana Han? Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes I like a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? That's the word I'm looking for. Bittersweet. Yeah, I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Pasti yang rambut pink apa? Kagak ada, mana ada. Kenapa kalian semua mikir yang rambut pink astaga? Itu tadi Fox juga bilang yang rambut pink, bukan? Tetot, salah nih. Kamu ngutang saya 50.000. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is. Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Jaka. I should go write that down. Then, bentar. Saya beneran bingung. Kenapa kalian otomatis bilang yang pink? Kenapa kalian berdua bilang yang pink? You can read my poem now. Okay? Tahu dong. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bottle of kick. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection. Soalnya rambut aku pink. I'm sorry. Maksudnya yang pink juga cakep, iya nggak salah. Dia bisa masak. I like her cupcake, she's cute. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more drinks. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, is discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging, screaming and screaming. Apakah papi lihat OP? OP apaan? OP operator kah? Sorry. Ada DM penting. Oke. I blow dust off my bottle caps. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. OPP. Apaan OPP? Opening. Opponent. Finally all done. I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. Jangan deh. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 inside my... I don't understand. Holy crap. Did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. Astaga, folks. Apaan? Jadi penasaran kan saya? Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Did you say happy thoughts? Creepy. Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gone pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep this up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Players always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Should I show my poem to next? Save. Natsuki dulu. Yuri terakhir. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on yours. Don't tell me, You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this kind of thing, kind of this angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean listen, I'm in trouble. I someone struck a nerve. Though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with the Nessie of the point. I handed her back over. Take your stupid poem if you wrote it for someone else. Just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a young girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Okay, save dulu. Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Oh, do you like it? Jaka, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. You're invisibly sorry. Even her hands appears. I'm not used to it. I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes the theme before she speaks, so I have that patience. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious, well aware of the consequences. Well aware that the raccoon that it fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its face and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of a raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm really projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. A classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Hoo-ha, hoo-ha, hoo-ha. I'm the raccoon. I'm the raccoon. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels to me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing and people will make fun of you. Don't you have anything like that, Jack? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. I'm a good kisser too, but you won't find out. Ha! You're good at a lot. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you. That's exaggerating. It's just how I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like I look forward. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at for just a moment. Her timidness seems to disappear. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of, but we really have to do something for the festival. It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much, we're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayuri has been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us that what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing, huh? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event, but the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sarah's putting it on all the poster in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Hey, Sorry, who's been covering a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. Saya juga pasti panic attack duluan. Nggak mungkin saya bakal mau. I agree with Snatsky. I could never in my life do something like that. Mentioning it, Yuri says right in fear. Guys, no, sorry. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm so sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's all about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right, and it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place. I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. You can do it. That's again. Yuri remains silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant face. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. That is a death flag right there. That is a death flag right there. She's going to die. My waifu is going to die. God dang it. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way, Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of the strangers? Oh no, don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. But Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Always. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Wow, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. As Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Wow, let's go. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start the plot. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we gave Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught out so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, IQ. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself. like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay, then Sayuri begins. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayuri is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayuri's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayuri meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayuri finishes and we applaud. I did it. Good job, Sayuri. Even Jaka liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayuri. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems won't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to the interviewer. And next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, okay? Okay, now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Jaka. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. But as well let Jaka lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. Lah, kenapa bang? I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. I'm sorry I'm not really as good as you. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... because you're present. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki, that's it. Once she started her sour attitude disappears. While she's still a little enthused, a poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down and is as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Ah, well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it will be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is. So, well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Geez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too, it doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. Ketawa dong Mama Lele. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayuri and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it, as if it's for the sake of the club. And impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayuri? Yep. Look at you two always going home together. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Jaka. You don't have to say whatever. Let's go. Ini mau ditamatin hari ini, Jak? Enggak, kayaknya ini kan harinya udah selesai. Mungkin habis ini saya save terus kita lanjut part 2. I welcome with Sayuri once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayuri is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey Sayuri. Oh, hai Pak Jaka. Welcome Yukari. Bagaimana kabarnya? Selamat malam, selamat datang. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down. So, isn't she so beautiful as one? That has nothing to do with what. That's just you admitted it. Jeez, there's not even a point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about this. So it's not long before you won't need me anymore. You know, need you. Sorry, I can't figure out how how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry, everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. And again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay, yap. Kita karena I think this is a good place to stop for tonight. Terima kasih buat teman-teman yang sudah datang dan menemani saya pada malam hari ini. Again, sorry kalau banyak kendala technical issues ya hari ini. Saya juga nggak tahu tadi sampai rumah kok tiba-tiba listrik di rumah kayak begini. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys very soon. But for tonight, saya pamitan dulu. Don't forget to eat, don't forget to sleep, don't forget to drink your water. Stay happy, stay healthy. I'm Jaka Ceria, undur diri. Bye-bye. Kita lanjut part 2 ya. Kita ketemu lagi besok. Besok ada collab kita. Oke. Bye-bye.